What's up, everybody? It's Ralph with Pondscapes out in Apache Junction, Arizona. And man, is this going to be a good one. It's going to be hard to focus on this project because right behind me is the most beautiful view in all of Arizona, in my opinion, Superstation Mountains. All right, guys, so check it out. What we have is probably, we're guessing, around a 15-year-old concrete pond, and this is about to see its final days. All right, now check it out. This pond is concrete, but it also has a rubber liner in it. So our homeowner, Jamie, he had already taken a couple whacks at it. So he was just curious what was going on in here. So we've got a rubber liner in the middle of this concrete. So it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge tearing this apart, but I want to show you what was going on with this waterfall. This is basically their idea of creating a waterfall. This is something that really is not going to work out. There's no filtration on here. So the original pump was located right down inside here, and that flex line goes up and just daylights right there. So there's really no filtration happening on this old pond. So that's another reason why it is all coming out, because they want it to be more maintenance friendly and a more natural appearance. So we are going to do something very, very cool for this setting. And just check out that city view. Beautiful. Here is load number one of that old pond. Now what's going to happen with this, it's going to go right into that crusher, through that conveyor belt, and then ultimately end up being a pile of road base. All right, here we go, day number 2, and we still have tear out to do. So yesterday, Alex did a great job of jackhammering and busting stuff up so we could get in there with the machine and cause some more damage to get this pulverized and loaded up to get out of here. So what we will be doing is finishing off the tear out today, and then we can start digging and shaping our excavation for the pond. With the demo complete, we have got the layout marked out and the thumbs up from the homeowners. So let's take a look at what we are going to start digging. What we've got laid out here is kind of a mock-up of our intake bay and the aqua blocks, and what we are looking at is from the hose to the hose over there, that's 20 feet, and from this point over to here, that's 17 feet. And ultimately the pond is going to be about 32 inches deep. Right back there is where we have our Biofall 6000. That is going to face towards the house. So we're going to kind of have some cool waterfall effects coming this way and then dropping into the pond and pushing that water across into our intake cove. You know what we love is when things are just too easy for us. Like these digging conditions, for instance. All right, guys, so this digging condition, this is no joke. Now, there are specific things that we're gonna go over later in the video because of what we're dealing with right now. And if you're ever thinking about digging your pond yourself, let this be a lesson to you. All right, so this is going to be our stopping point for today. Now, of course, we're generating a lot of this cobble out of the excavation, and what we're going to do is more and more I was thinking about how much it's a shame to throw this good rock away. There's all of these walls built out of that same type of stone, so we're going to actually incorporate that in the pond. So we're going to drop in some big character boulders within the pond, and then also break it up with some of this smaller stack. And of course we'll foam that all up and lock it in so there won't be any issues, but that will help kind of bring that pond to the outside and make it look like it was always there. So, all right, well, now what we've got is our biofall set, and if you can see, it has a little bit of a pitch forward. That is in case it ever settles out. It has plenty of room to settle out towards the back. This is not going to settle in our lifetime, but we've got our 3-inch plumbing hooked up, and that goes right into the back of the biofall. And we've got our concrete board shored up. And then so what we're going to have to do is once we get everything backfilled, we'll trim off the excess concrete board. That way we don't see it and it is there doing its job. Now, time to get this out of here. All right, so we seem to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. A rock and many more rocks. This big dog is giving us some major problems, and the biggest problem that we have is that's exactly where our pump vault needs to go, and it just does not want to come out. Right, getting there. So we got that monster out of our pump vault location, and you can see why it was so important to get it out, because it was exactly where that that pump vault has to go. And we've got our ramp still in place. We've got the excavation roughed in, so now what we've got to do is clean up the edges, of course, get as much of the big stuff out of the floor as we can, and then we're going to do a nice thick layer of sand that will protect that, and then of course put down that heavy-duty rock pad to give that ultimate cushion. You know what time it is. That rock pad is down. Let's get the liner going. All right, guys, it's time to rock out. Fitting song. Right now it's Led Zeppelin. Been a long time since I rock and rolled. It has been a long time since we've been on this project with no rock activity going in the pond. Plenty coming out. Yeah, we've got plenty coming out. So let's get after it. Here we go. That west side is all done. We have got that east side of the pond leveled out, sanded. We've got a nice cushion on here. So time to flip that fabric and liner and get to rocking. All right, today we are finally where I want to be. My favorite part of a project, building that waterfall. So right here, that's where our water is actually going to drop into the pond, and we've got to curve it around and bring it up and create that waterfall. So what we're doing at this point is backfilling this area. So we've got some retaining boulders here holding back that elevation, and we're bringing in quarter minus, and that is getting backfilled and compacted. And then we're going to come up right to the back of this rock here with that dirt elevation, and then we'll do another retaining wall going along this way to connect to this this wall, and then of course we'll trim down that concrete board. We are all done with this pond. Let's take a tour and see what we came up with. All right, guys, so check it out. What a transformation from that old concrete mountain of boulders into that trough, transformed into this beautiful natural pond and waterfall. So what we have is 17 feet by 20 feet, 3 feet deep of pure enjoyment. I love the way this turned out, and check out this intake bay, how that is going to be a part of this patio. So this patio is going to get completely redone. The pavers will get raised and cut right up to the back edge of these boulders, and then that will just bring this living space even closer to this feature and integrate it in and blend them together. And this waterfall turned out just stunning. The sound that it emits and just the space that it fills is perfect for this area. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on this one. Jamie, what do you think about your new pond?
Oh my God, this is a dream come true. Ralph described what was going to go in. He had the vision, and he made it happen, and we couldn't be happier. My wife and I are just grinning from ear to ear, and we're going to spend many hours out here along with our wildlife.
Very cool. So to touch on that, I had a vision, but I didn't provide you with any kind of sketches, drawings. I mean, was that a little nerve-wracking?
It was, but there's enough Pondscapes material online that I could look and see what I might expect. And you know, your ability to use our native material along with the other rocks that you brought in just makes it seamless. I mean, this place it's just like it was always here.
Very cool. Well, thank you for that. And guys, if you want to see more stuff like this, like Jamie said, there's a bunch of information out there. Check us out on YouTube. I guess you're already there. So go scroll through the library of videos, and we'll see you on the next video.